Hello everyone, thank you very much for tuning in, appreciate you subscribing. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Union Pacific M10000, which came out in 1934. It was designed by the Pullman Standard Company here in Chicago, and it spent the summer at the World's Fair in 1934, seen by millions and millions of people. Here we have two examples. The one in the front is the Lionel one, and the one in the back is the Bill Walther's one. We'll talk a little bit more about these in a minute. Josh Cohen came to the World's Fair and saw the prototype and also saw all the large layouts that were being operated at the fair. And no doubt he was influenced by the beauty of O scale compared to his tinplate trains. So he wanted to get out an example and thought this would be a good piece to copy. Also at the fair was Lee B. Green. He had his exhibit, a true scale for O gauge. And that was 1764, so he had this engine on display. So here you can see the 1764 Hudson, which is the true scale for O gauge, and you can see the Lionel M10000, which is scaled to 1764. The one above here, the Walthers, that's 1/4 inch, which is more common for O gauge, but you can see it's a much smaller piece. Lionel had a bit of a problem. They were going from a 31-inch circle. This train would obviously not fit around a 31-inch circle, so they upped it to 72-inch, the O72, which had been a standard in the early days of O scale, established by Paul Egoff in 1926 when they were only running K4s. By 1934, O scale was up to about an 8-foot circle, but Cohen was pushing the envelope going to a 6-foot circle. But to get this train to go around a 6-foot circle, you can see that the Lionel train is much shorter than the proper 1/4 inch scale one. So to be able to get the Lionel one to go around the 6-foot circle, they truncated the train by making the engine shorter, the cars shorter, to be able to get it to look proper going around the 6-foot circle. The back one, of course, is Bill Walther's full 1/4 inch scale. The Lionel engine train was incredibly successful, retailing for about $19.50. They sold thousands and thousands and thousands of these. Being bright and colorful, it was a leg up from the dreary steam engines of the depression that was going on at the time. Bill Walther's train was 3 times that price, so around $65 so you don't see very many Walthers ones. So at this time we'll fire up the city of Portland and do some running. This one's been modified for 2-rail. This was found to be desirable for a lot of the O-scalers. They would buy the cheap Lionel one and then modify it for 2-rail. So this one's been modified with a different motor, different gearbox, and a little bit different paint scheme, turning down the wheels. So we'll fire it up here. Lionel manufactured this until 1941, and by that time the prototype was taken out of service and scrapped in 1942. Thank you very much for watching.